Every now and then, something new rolls along that enhances our way of life. The Mudsmith Gauge Wheel was created by farmers for farmers to improve operations and to save you time and energy in the fields. Call or visit our website to see how we reinvented the wheel. Manufactured by Mudsmith, LLC.
Our weed of the week is yellow nutsedge. It's a fun perennial weed, Darren. What are we going to do to stop it?
Well, it's my favorite weed to show young kids who are interested in becoming farmers or weed scientists because it's so unique. Yellow nutsedge has a three-sided stem, and it kind of looks like grass at first. When you're looking at it, walking up to it, you say, wow, I got some grass out there, and then you see it. It's not a broadleaf, it's not a grass, it's a sedge, so it takes a little different approach to get this one under control.
Well, when you talk about control, the first thing I always look at is it's got a very waxy surface to that leaf. It's really not even a leaf exactly, so how in the world are you going to stick herbicide on there? You've got to have a very concentrated droplet. We talk about this often. Make sure you're not putting too much water with too little herbicide, or no matter what you use, it's not going to work.
Well, some of my favorite choices for control are non-glyphosate products. Now, you certainly could use glyphosate, and if you use a real concentrated amount, not very much water, but a lot of glyphosate in the mix, you have to look at the label and see what's allowable. That's a good way to go. But the way I like to go is something different. In many crops, you can use Basagran. Basagran's a nice product for yellow nutsedge control. It's going to burn down the top growth. It's not controlling the roots, but if you burn down the top growth enough, you're going to do a decent job. The other product that I like is Permit. It does a nice job of controlling it, but you have to be at the higher rate. You can't be at the low rate that a lot of guys are using as kind of a tank mix rate or an add-in rate. If you go the full rate of Permit, you'll do a nice job on yellow nutsedge as well.
An interesting product that you probably never even thought could control yellow nutsedge is Dual. So you say, Dual, how in the world does that stop it? I don't know either. It does a pretty decent job though. It's not going to be perfect, but at least that'll really slow it down. So if you want a good pre, go Dual, post-emerge, Basagran, or Permit, or again, you certainly could use Roundup. Just make sure that whatever you use, you've got a concentrated droplet out there.
Yellow nutsedge is primarily found in the lower, wetter ground, so if you improve your drainage and use some of the weed control options we mentioned, you'll get it under control on your farm. That's all for today's Weed of the Week, but Iron Talk is coming up next.